Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. You are entering the Pirate's Den.
Doing?
What's up, guys?
Hello.
That's about it. Welcome to the Pirate's Den podcast. Happy to be back. I hope you are happy to be back, Trevor. Trevor's back.
I am. I'm very happy to be back.
Well, I'm not happy to have you back. You should leave.
Fuck you. Fine. I'll just walk out the goddamn door.
Make sure you duck.
Shut up.
You
In my
might have to
fucking
go
head.
you might have to go sideways and duck. Great to have Trevor back. He is back from Colorado. His girlfriend did not kill him and leave him in the random desert out there.
Thankfully, I'm still alive.
Thankfully.
Hey, you love me and you know it.
So,
Fuck off.
Yeah, some days. It's great to be back in the studio again. Trevor,
For
how do you
you.
like it? Well, yeah, again for me.
Yeah, this is my first time. I'm a first timer. I'm a virgin. I like it. That's pretty cool.
Back again, we have Blake.
Hello, Zachary.
Well, it's not. We don't have to be all formal about it.
I know. I always get weird with the start. I never know how to start.
Yeah, no, me either.
Yeah, no.
We just do it.
That's my worst part on Jeff and Greg every time is the
starting.
yeah because
I feel
no
that.
matter what I do, they make fun of it. So now I'm more in my head about it than ever. So that's good.
Well, now and then you come all formal
Mm-hmm.
in here, and I'm like, let's be all formal about it.
Yeah. So now it's
Fuck is
just
this?
it's just really driving that home that I'm gonna never be comfortable with it now, but that's okay. That's fine. It's worth it. I like being
I mean,
here.
even
It's fun.
in my honest opinion, it's hard to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you just, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know what to say.
Dude, it's tough because there's so much to talk about. But
yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff to talk about. It's the starting,
Getting it,
and
breaking the ice.
Yeah,
Getting it.
I think I've got it down pretty good. You mentioned it last episode that I've got it down pretty good. I feel like I do.
he
That's why
sounds
I let
good.
You do it. That's why I let him do it. And I don't
Yeah.
Every
every time.
it's a start of every week at the start of the podcast before we start. I'm like, Trevor, do you want to do the intro? And he's like,
Nah.
no.
Makes
Not really.
perfect sense. In just my experience, you're the Jeff, clearly. You're the Greg, clearly.
Is it because I
Tall
have
joke.
red hair?
Uh
Is it because we both have red hair and red beards?
And bald.
There's
And bald.
there's a lot of I see a lot of them and you guys. It's pretty wild how because you guys aren't at all alike, but it's similar in so many ways. It's,
Yeah, I can see that.
I
We
gotta stop yelling. I keep hearing myself. I got like I was talking about earlier. But it's that doesn't matter. It's fine.
again, if this doesn't sound great on the receiving on
yeah.
the other end, deal with it because it is.
A work in progress.
This is a work in progress being in the studio.
We're getting it. Sounded good last week. I thought.
I thought so too. I just noticed a few things. Like every once in a while, we get excited and our mics would bleed into each other. I think I
Mhm.
might have fixed that this time. I guess we'll see. If not, then maybe I will invest in one of those
Isn't
Could
there
be.
like a
those
thing
screens.
that the little screen that you can put on it to make it so
Yeah, and I have. Here, do you guys see it? It's like a little foam. is it over
oh
there
yeah,
somewhere?
that thing right there.
Yeah, so that goes up and over the microphone like that.
Stroke it.
Yeah.
Oh, can you
Oh,
guys?
there you go. There's
It's
a
a lot
pop
like-
filter.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
there
but-
you go.
Pop filters are meant for the front facing of the mic.
Can you guys hear this?
Nope.
Nope. That was not nearly. That wasn't as powerful as I thought.
Just don't push too
Denied.
hard. It's gonna-
That already sounds. Yeah. Ooh.
He's about to cream his own pants from his voice. He's like,
He is too.
"Ugh."
Oh,
It's so much.
Ugh.
It's
I'm a
crisp.
pre.
It's crispy now. I like it. I like
And
it a lot.
I can buy more of those. Those are real cheap.
I think this
Yeah, they're like
is
what, $5?
it's like a good investment,
I think
dude.
it was like 10.
Oh, well,
It's
still,
re-
I mean,
It's really a good investment. Yeah, because this seems. I mean, I realize I'm talking quieter, but it's working, right?
I like it more. It does. Obviously, it's going to block some.
fucked up.
That's my phone. It's going to block some reverb. but
Everybody's
not
going to be like,
most of it.
"Great, 8 minutes of talking about
Their
the
voices
audio
and the
pickup."
audio.
Hey, it's 5 minutes.
Okay, that
My
was my
ends.
that was
not
my
that-
first guess.
That's fine. It'll be okay. That's fine.
So, Trevor, how was your Colorado trip?
It was good. It was a lot of driving. We went down to Colorado, went for my girlfriend's uncle's wedding. Wedding was good. We had tamales and like authentic tamales and just so much good food. They had a real DJ there, played music and stuff, and it was a good time. And then on the way back, we stopped in Canyonlands in Utah and saw the arches and stuff like that. So we did a little bit of sightseeing and stuff.
Well, that
'cause
sounds
we
like a lot of fun.
might as well. Like it was a 7-hour drive. Wanted to stop and do something.
Whereabouts in Colorado was it?
Grand Junction, just very literally the tip into Colorado. It's like
Ooh.
Just
just tip.
Just the tip. All right, I like that.
Yeah, but it was pretty interesting. If you vape in Colorado, you're pretty much fucked. There's a 30% tax on all vape stuff.
No shit.
So something here, like, so I didn't get a coil before I left for my vape, and I called 9 stores there. None of them had my coil. And so I was like, all right, screw it. I'll just get a cheap little dispo or like a Nord or something like that. That's like normally $30-$40 here. And it was $72 in Colorado.
Holy
just,
shit!
Just the dispo.
Well,
Jesus.
no, not the dispo.
Oh, fuck.
It was like your little mod, like your smock mod.
Oh, that is a Nord 4.
Yeah. So it's
Uh,
normally like $30-$40 here at the store.
Yeah.
And it was $72 there. I'm like, fuck, I can't do that.
That's wild.
No.
So I
Dude.
did pick up a couple of dispos and they all sucked. Like 2
Well, yeah.
out of the 4 that I bought were just completely broken. And
Fuck.
then, but thankfully the guy at the store, he's like, these are shit. Like we know they're shit. Open them, try them out in the store. So if it doesn't work, then you can, whoops, I bumped the table.
God damn it.
I got these long ass legs.
Lower
But
the
they could
chair.
replace them. How the fuck do I do that on this fancy ass chair?
You got to.
Hello.
Oh look, it works like every other computer chair.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like any other office chair. Works just like it.
Jesus Christ! I still did it.
God damn it.
Yeah, you got to buy those bitches in bulk. The coils, right? Like that's
Yeah.
that's what I found. Like when I was still doing the damn thing, buy them like in the 5-packs or whatever.
Yeah, but I bought
Well,
mine in
2
a
of them of
10
my
pack.
coil is $16 for
Yeah.
2 of mine.
That sounds fair. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get. Yeah, it's just I don't know. You order them, get them in a box, whatever, have it on hand. You know, but
I just fucked up and didn't take. I didn't take. My coil was burnt. I was gonna stop and
Forgot.
get a coil before I went, and totally fucked up and didn't. And I regretted it the entire time.
sure,
Jeez.
yeah.
Yeah, I buy mine in 5-packs. Except for last time I went to buy coils. No vape store around here had the coil I needed.
Oh shit!
They're like, well, we got these ones. I'm like, okay, I'll give those a try. They're like, it has this. It fires at this certain amount. That I can't remember if it's higher or lower. I haven't even used my vape.
Higher or lower wattage?
Yeah, and I can't remember. All I know is my vape couldn't reach the wattage. Oh no, it had to be fire at a lower wattage than what mine normally fire at. Mine doesn't go that low, or no, higher than what mine normally fires at. Mine only goes up to 60,
Mm.
and that one had to fire at 70. or maybe it was 40 and 60. It was 20 watts higher than what my normally could fire at. And
Wow.
So I had to fire it lower. It works, but it
Doesn't
work
taste
like
as good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because it doesn't get to
That's
the
why I haven't been-
temperature.
That's why I haven't been using it. And I'm like, I just bought this. It's a brand new. It's the Hero. What brand do you guys what?
I use Vape Poo. This was a $10
okay.
little mod.
Vape Poo?
God,
Yeah,
he's gonna keep
DOVPO.
gonna bring these cheap mods over to my house and light my house on fire.
This has been better than the other ones that I've had, and I've dropped this one more.
Yeah. See, last time he dropped one on my house, he didn't have to drop it.
Did it explode?
No,
Huck it. Yes.
I didn't drop it.
No,
For
he
whatever
had to
reason,
throw
I was
it.
trying to get the battery out, and all of a sudden it went. I had to fucking chuck the whole
And it
thing.
blew the fuck up.
Wait, you've modded that yourself?
No.
Oh.
I bought it like this.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was like one of those like actually, self-modified ones where they
No.
have them. Okay, yeah.
No, I bought it like this. You just throw batteries in it.
I bet you couldn't.
It's the one Jacqueline uses. I got the newer version of the one she had.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called like the Hero. It's by
I think it's a Smock product.
no. It's
I swear to God that
Geek Vape is what it is.
Vape Geek, yeah. Geek Vape. Vape Geek.
Whatever the fuck it is.
My other one's the one I lost. Well, no, I found it sitting down there right now. That's my Nord 4.
The Rasta one?
Smock. Yeah, and I love that one. That rock, because it's the color. It's Rastafarian. I fucking love the Rastafarian look. It makes me think I'm smoking weed.
not, dude. Every now and then I think about getting back into vaping. I haven't done it in nearly 4 years now. But
I want to get back into it because I'm not gonna say it's better than smoking because I don't know if
It's
it is.
not.
It makes me feel better though.
yeah, as long as you feel like it is better, right? But I don't know, the expense of it, and
It's not any more expensive than smoking cigarettes now.
I was going to say, like this whole setup,
well, like
40
me
for the tank, 10 for the mod, and
Yeah.
then $20 for the batteries.
$30 for juice every 2 weeks.
I found it highly inconvenient where I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm almost out, and then I'd have to drive across town to get to it. You know, like that's
the thing is the
That was-
convenience.
that was the biggest relief of the whole quitting thing, is like just being like, I don't have to worry about it anymore. You're like, really what ended it for me. I was thinking about it, and then mine was malfunctioning pretty good, and I had a pretty good setup that I really liked. And then we went camping, and Jordan spilled a bottle of rum on it, and
As he do, as Jordan do.
and it murdered it. I was able to get a couple of rum flavored puffs out of it, and I was like, oh, this is dead. And I was like, well, that's easy enough to stop now. Like I would, it just easier just not to worry about it. But
Yeah. See, for camping trips, I like the little dispos
yeah,
because if something happens to it,
Oh,
fucking
okay.
10,
yeah.
$15.
These little nicotine pouches, though, they're everywhere and they're not that expensive. So like that's where it's at. And I like,
Tried those, but they burned my lip.
mm-hmm.
Same reason I can't I tried chew when I was younger.
Yeah.
Burnt my lip, and then they came out those Camel Snooze.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Yeah.
before those Zins started being popular. And
Yeah.
the Camel Snooze did that, so I was like, fuck, I'm not using those anymore.
What's weird is that you start to like crave that part of it more than anything.
Well, and you know what the burning is, right?
Not really.
So with any of those, you would call that a chew or a chewing tobacco replacement, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
They have fiberglass in them
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
cut your lip.
Mm-hmm.
Very minute, very like you're not going to see the cuts. But that's how you get the nicotine in your system, is it cuts your lip.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just absorb, it has to
Yeah.
find a way to get in.
Yeah.
So
And that's what burns, is the cutting, the fiberglass. I can
Dude.
feel that.
my cousin, he's been chewing the welfare bear for a long time, right? Grizzly.
Grizzly.
I was like, welfare bear. I've never heard of
So,
that.
Because it's cheaper than Copenhagen.
Yeah, so
Mm.
he does it, but like the pouches, right? And like you could tell it like makes like a little mini fiberglass fucking like sheet, right? Like a sandpaper sheet. If you look at if he pulls his lip down like
It's
that, it looks
scarred.
like he's regularly pulled a pad of steel wool across his lip for the last
Oof.
5 years. you're gonna meet him tonight. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
if we remember, I'll have him show it to you because it's wild. He's got
Yeah, that's,
calluses on
that's-
his lip like I do on my hand. Like just
or like a mine.
yeah.
Jesus. No,
Mine's from beating dicks though.
on your hands?
Yeah.
It's from doing
he's
what?
skiing,
Going
beating
to
dicks,
fucking yeah.
just handing it.
Just
That's some-
jaying dudes.
Those are some just fuck. Must be.
Do you not use lotion?
Nope.
But,
Oh,
I feel bad for the ones
dry.
getting it.
God.
I got a very specific crowd. It's like it's just like you get one loogie, right? Like and then
Once
that's it.
Oh, that's even worse because once it starts drying up,
Mm-hmm.
believe me, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
The spit starts drying. I'm like, okay, a little bit more, or just stop.
He spit. He's saying that he spits on his own dick. Is that what he's saying?
No, I'm saying
He's like, oh, it's getting dry. All right.
No. Oh,
It sounded
Yes.
like it.
That's exactly- yeah. yes.
Do you use lotion?
Do I use lotion when I'm
Yeah.
when I'm masturbating?
When you jack off, dude. Is that what you use?
No,
No.
I don't jack off that much.
How about you, Trevor?
I mean, every now and again.
Yeah, no, I raw dog it, dude. Just, just
I got-
bare
I
skin
I don't
on
want
skin.
fucking sore. That
I
shit
guess-
hurts.
When I do, it's in the shower when I'm showering.
He's like
Body
easy
wash.
cleanup.
Oh, so you like lean forward with your head in the water stream, like you have one hand on the wall, just like
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
those that movie when the kind of movies where they're thinking in the shower and they're
yeah.
shower, they're just hand on the wall and it's I'm doing that except for I'm jacking it.
I can't do that though because like I tend to hold my breath, and one time I blacked out and just fell on the floor.
Audio, what is it? Fixation or whatever the fuck it's
Autoerotic
called.
asphyxiation.
Except
yeah,
I-
that big word.
Autoerotic asphyxiation, yeah, and I wasn't choking myself. I just hold my breath for like dramatic effect. And you,
He's pulling his cock out.
the weird part was I fell on the floor at the moment of climax, and it just like
Did it?
that's how I was found though. It was
That's how you were found.
I was found on the floor, like just right into my
Right.
Shoot yourself in the face.
but I was in the fetal position, because
You'll
it's like
shoot your eye out.
it's a stand
Shoot your eye out, kid.
it's a standing shower, so it wasn't a bathtub, so I wasn't like long ways. It was just like real tight. But
But they like you were passed out for a while. Then
no, it was about 10 seconds. I woke up.
then why did somebody come into the shower?
Like because of the thud.
Did the thud. Yeah, Amanda
fair
had to
enough.
check on me, and she was like, "Oh, not this again."
Not this again. I'm happy to say that's
God
never.
damn it.
Happy to say that's never happened to me. Though I do have a story. I'm not going to release any names on this one.
Release.
I'm not going to expose.
Sure.
anybody. Well, I used to work at a. God, I say that, and then I'm going to follow up with used to work at a scout camp.
Oh my god, dude! That was poor timing.
Yeah.
You almost needed a new mic.
So I know how bad that sounds, but it has nothing to do with jacking off. Clarify that first. But it is finding someone passed out with their dick out.
Oh fuck!
So I have a friend who, when we were in high school, used to drink a fuckload of caffeine. Lots. Fucking. We would go, and I was with him too. We would go, I would do the same thing. We'd go to Maverick, and then we'd pick up a 24 ounce, the big monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Or
The BFCs or whatever.
no, that's just the regular, like the mega monsters.
Mm.
BFCs aren't around anymore.
They were a 32-ounce can. Yeah, that was.
And we did do that a few times too, where we would do that. I remember one time we came back from lunch and we were both walking in with our BFCs in our hand, and my buddy drops his, and it pops in the bottom. And he's like, well, grabs his keys out, cracks it, and then shotguns the whole 32 ounces of monster.
Holy shit, dude!
And I was like, holy fuck. He's like, I'm going to be lit during gym.
Dude, can
I'm like, dude, you're going to be dead.
I got a sidebar for that. Like, speaking of high school gas stations, like we're in the
Yeah.
same town, obviously. We would go to Stop and Go. They had No Fear Energy. You remember No Fear Energy?
Oh, I remember No
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah,
I didn't really drink caffeine.
That's Sobe.
they had it. Yeah, they had it in the fountain.
Oh yeah, it's Stop and Go.
Really?
Yeah, at Stop and Go, they had it in the fountain, and you could get a 64-ounce cup, right? Colton,
God damn.
I'll release names. I don't give a fuck. Colton would go every morning. He would drive there in his little Nissan piece of shit, right? Get a 64-ounce, no fear, right? Take it to
Yeah.
first hour every morning, right? And I was like, God, dude, no fear was so good, though. We loved it. Like I would go with him sometimes whenever I could, and it actually kickstarted some genetic heart problems that he had.
I think that's what happened to me.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
how much I drink, because I have heart conditions. You two know that.
You've had him for a while, and the doctor said like he would have probably got him eventually because of just family heritage, genetics, but they feel like he really moved it up
He's like,
because he started getting when he's like 18, so it's like,
Oh shit, young. Damn.
yeah.
so
So
I'm
I
not much, and anything under 50
Is
young
pretty
to start
wild.
Start having it's hard.
Heart-
It's young
heart
to have
issues.
heart issues. Like
yeah,
mine started when I was 23, and that's
Yeah.
still young.
that sucks.
Right.
It sucks, man. It's like, so I took a massive life insurance policy on him, and I'm like,
You're like, if he's gonna die, I'm gonna get money.
In that same vein of getting huge energy drinks all the time, my buddy Ryan, you met Ryan
Mhm.
Blake at my wedding
yeah, he's awesome.
at Maverick. They had to change a policy because we went in one time with a 100 ounce, one of those
Jesus.
100 ounce
Insulated mugs.
insulated mugs, meant for soda.
Yeah.
He put cappuccino in it,
Oh,
and they didn't have a metric for going up to that many ounces,
Of
and so they just
cappuccino.
charged him for
5
a lar- a lo-
cappuccinos. Yeah.
just a large refill.
Okay.
It was single large refill. And next time we tried to do it, you're like, no, we're gonna have another chargers for like a couple more because that's
Cheap.
We got you figured out. We got you.
We know
But-
what you're doing now.
and that's how my friend Ryan found out he's lactose intolerant,
Oh shit!
and he also had gym the period because we did this at lunch, and he had gym after lunch.
Did he shit himself?
Fucking vomited all over the fucking. They were doing
Oh.
the endurance tests.
Yeah.
the mile, or you just run around the gym like fucking 19 million times.
Yeah.
He got like 3 laps done, and he was just like all over the upper gymnasium floor.
Damn. Did you guys do very well in those back in the day? Like those?
I didn't.
I did. I mean,
I didn't, but I also didn't care.
yeah.
Like but if I put myself to it, I would have.
Mhm.
But I kind of I walked because I was like, okay, I don't care.
See, back when I was in high school, I played football.
Right. Yeah.
I was used to getting up in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning, going to the
Yeah.
gym. Like,
Well, see,
so PE was a breeze for me.
Yeah.
I got up 5, 6 in the morning to go to school to go to jazz band. But and that sounds. I'm not trying to compare football to jazz band, but obviously,
Oh, I was in choir too.
to play an instrument, you have to have.
you have to have wind. You
Yeah.
got to have cardio.
Lung
in a way.
capacity.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
had. I can only imagine how bad I'd be at playing my saxophone now.
No shit.
Right.
Like I'm sure I have the technique still, but being able to
Keep
play
a
for-
consistent
keep a
note.
consistent note for as long as I did, I could hold a note on my saxophone when I was in high school.
Yeah.
With, like, cause I got scholarships for music.
Nice.
Wow. That's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I didn't
I
know
could,
that.
I could hold a note for like 30, 40 seconds.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Not like full power, obviously.
Right. Well, you'd kind of like taper off at the end, but
Yeah.
Dude, my dad and brother can sing. I didn't get none of that.
I can't sing at all.
I can't sing a lick, dude. I'm a terrible.
I try
terrible
to
singer.
sing.
I was
Not
putting,
that great, but I
was-
try.
I did choir for 1 semester in high school. I was a
Yeah.
Troy Layer,
Troy Layer. Yeah,
No.
that's right. Troy Player was the drama.
which I did that too. I hated that. Ugh. I had a girlfriend that did that with.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the Troy Layer, though, I did that because I love music. So I was like, I'm gonna do the music.
Dude, in Troy
thing.
Players, Dylan was the fucking man, dude.
Dude.
He was.
There were stories like after Dylan left, there were still stories after he left
About how good he was.
Dylan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He really was special.
I never was in a play or anything. I auditioned for a play, I got a part, and then they're like, "This is the day of the play," and I'm like, That's the day I'm going to Boise for a jazz band concert. I can't do that. They're like, oh, but you auditioned. You should have made availability for it. I'm like, I'm going to school for music. I'm not going to school for acting.
Right.
Right.
That's not important to me.
I gotta piss hard.
Jesus Christ.
I told you.
Fucking
Fuck.
See, I did football and choir. So thankfully, like doing the football and everything, it didn't intervene with my
Right.
choir and everything. But I loved it. I sang at the
I didn't mind
Um,
choir.
what was it? The Utah Amphitheater, the
Yeah.
big one in Salt Lake, like where they normally do opera.
Yeah.
Sang there, and then I sang at Roy High School. It was kind of funny about Roy High School. The day after we had got done with our whole thing, there was a bomb threat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So
I think the
I thought it was kind of funny.
I think the coolest place I performed music is a tie between two places. One of the places was it's in Pocatello, part of the Idaho State campus.
hmm
They have a music venue up on the hill, music hall, and it just sounds so fucking good in there. We played this one piece. I forgot what it's called. It was something Gettysburg. I think it was Gettysburg, like 19 or 1841 or whatever. Really dark piece of music, and then it just builds and builds and builds, and it builds up to this one point where everything's just so loud, and then everything just stops. We go from this loud, super loud point to absolutely nothing, and just that silence after building up that high felt like it was just pressing down on you. And in that venue, the way the venues are set up for performing arts like that, when you stop, there's no carry of the sound.
Right,
Because
just
like you would see, like
dead.
when you're playing, you'd see the walls actually move.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
And so when
Was
that
it like sheet lined or whatever, like the insulation?
no, it's so the walls are like they were meant for like I don't know how to explain it. There, it's like they were soundproof walls, but the walls would like they're like diamond shaped, like they can go completely flat, but then they can open up and form like a diamond to direct sound.
Oh, okay.
And so when you get to a certain level of sound, it would move around, and they didn't make sound when they moved around because they were I don't I don't know how to explain it, but we were building up in this song, and it got to the point it's loud. It's loud enough you can't really distinguish between this part of this song and this part of this song, and then it just stops, and there's no sound at all, and it feels like that silence is literally a 10,000-pound weight pushing down on you.
Huh, interesting.
And performing in that hall made it even like we performed it in our high school auditorium, but it's still like kind of like
Reverby.
reverbed off the sound
Mhm.
or off the walls. Not there. It was just silence.
Hmm.
And it felt like a 10,000, like I said, 10,000-pound weight just pushing down on you. And then we start back up. And it's not, don't start back at the same volume. We start building slowly.
To keep
But
it in the
The
suspense.
suspense.
And all that.
Oh, and it, when we're all sitting there and we're, you know, we all have our instruments still at the ready. I'm sitting there, I'm like trying not to breathe because it, like, because I felt like I couldn't breathe because it was just felt like I was underwater. That's how,
Interesting.
oh man, it was so cool.
That's
But-
how it was when with the hall in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But we had people up in the rafters and everything. Like all the women were up top, so you had like the angelic sound coming down.
Oh, that's cool.
like it was a big thing. It was like a thing with like 5 or 6 different schools.
Oh, that's cool.
So we all had to learn everything, and it was a big event. It was
That's
awesome.
way cool.
It was way awesome.
Another really cool place we played, and it wasn't an official concert. We were doing our trip. We did a trip to Denver for an official concert. We played at Six Flags, Denver, and then there was a music competition in the park there. But that wasn't the cool place. It was when we were touring around because we do sightseeing. It wasn't just go play and then leave. It was, hey, since we're going this far, we're gonna look at some of the sites. We went to the aquarium, did this, did that in Denver, but we went to the Red Rock Amphitheater
Mm-hmm.
and we just brought our instruments and just played. Now that was cool too
Was it?
because it's a rock formation that makes the sound so good.
Right.
I thought it was way cool.
That would be pretty interesting.
Back now that Blake's back. Did you shake once, twice,
Oh,
3 times?
way more than that.
Did
He
you
probably blasted.
He probably went in my shower and just like, see if I won't pass out this time.
He's like, let's see if they'll actually hear the thud.
You guys didn't. You didn't come get me.
Oh, is that what took so long?
He came back up and he's like, fuck, they didn't even notice.
Now that you're back, I'm going to go back to that story about how I found a dude passed out with his dick.
Oh,
that
yeah.
buddy, so that buddy that was constantly buying all those energy drinks and stuff, well, we were, but he created a caffeine dependency.
Ooh.
So caffeine's an allergic. Wow, holy shit, that's not the fucking word. It's an addictive.
It's an addiction.
It's addictive, right? So he was addicted to it on the level you're addicted to heroin.
Also, he'd like get the shakes if he didn't get it and stuff.
Yeah. And we were,
Oof.
like I said, we worked at scout camp, and he didn't buy any. He liked Venom more than Monster.
What a cock.
Usually he'd get Venoms. They're cheaper.
Yeah.
I think being in high school, we're gonna buy what we can.
It's on a budget. Yeah. I get it.
Like our only income was in the winter we'd work at Kelly's Canyon, in the summer we'd work at scout camp.
So you had $64 to spend all year.
No, scout camp actually pays pretty good. They pay us $300 a week.
I'm just saying, this doesn't sound like a dude that's necessarily responsible with his money. You know?
Oh no, maybe not. When we were teenagers, no. He is now. He's very responsible, but
back in the day, I mean, who was responsible as a teenager though?
Me.
I wasn't. If I got money, I'm like, I want this. I'd go buy new shoes. Like I always had nice shoes, a nice jacket.
I was very responsible with my money. But anyways, we went to scout camp and he didn't get any energy drinks for the week we were staying there, and we both worked as lifeguards on the waterfront, and did our lifeguard thing, and it's like, oh, it's almost dinner time, so we're hanging out in our tent, and the tents we have there, they're not just like pop-up tents, they're like wood bases.
Yeah.
They're like it's like a lodge tent,
semi-permanent. Like yeah.
Like the bases are permanent, but then you build the
tent over it.
Tent over like a big tarp.
It was like a canvas or something like that.
Yeah, big canvas. Yeah, and it was decked out. We had TVs and stuff in there.
Oh, nice.
But it was 3 of us. It was me and him and his brother. We would stay in that.
Okay.
In that tent. They're big. But he went to. He's like, hey, we're just hanging out. I was like, oh, I gotta go take a piss, and so we went to leave the tent and walked around the back, and me and his brother are just sitting there bullshitting, doing whatever. I think we were watching Ray William Johnson. I had downloaded Ray William Johnson on my old iPod Touch.
Damn.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who Ray William Johnson is?
No.
He was used to be really big on YouTube.
He's gotten big on TikTok again.
Oh.
Not to the degree that he was with YouTube.
Ray William Johnson, he would review like 3 viral videos a week.
Oh,
or
okay.
a day or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
And he would talk about them.
Just the tip.
Yeah. He was really funny. Anyway, so we were watching those, and then we noticed it's been like 4 minutes.
It's a long piss.
And we're like, it's late at night.
Right.
We're out in the middle of the wilderness. Maybe a fucking animal got him. I'm like, why would he walk? We thought he walked away from the tent for a minute or for a ways. But no, he was just outside the tent. I went out, looked out, and looked around the corner. And there he is, passed out.
Dick in hand.
No, Dick there. Dick just out of his pants. He's spread out. And he had passed out mid piss, so he pissed, and he had a
Did he piss on himself?
Yes. But it was even worse because we had waterproof jackets on.
Okay.
He has a waterproof jacket. We all were given waterproof jackets, and so it wasn't just like soaked in. It was just like a
pooled on top of it.
It wasn't a lot. Like obviously, he passed out. He stopped pissing, but it was enough to know that that's piss.
It's like,
but
we knew what he was doing.
I'm like, your brother passed out. He's like, oh shit, really? I'm like, yeah, I just kind of want to leave him there, but I'm a good friend. Dude. And so I picked him up got on our radio and radioed into the, because the medic was the medic. We call him the medic.
The nurse, the school nurse.
Pretty much a school nurse. But this was at scout camp. But
Yeah.
he's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's an actual doctor.
Actual doctor. Okay.
Who takes time off to do scout camp.
Oh, that makes sense. I was going to say, other than that, he must not have been a very good doctor.
No, yeah. He takes like a week off, and then comes back
specifically for camp.
Yeah, he takes the weekday off or the week off for a camp, and then works the weekend at the hospital or whatever practice he was. I don't know. Obviously, if he got called back to the hospital, he would have to go in, and we had an RN there too, but took him in to the doctor that was there, and nothing was wrong with him. And so we started asking about his. They asked him about his diet, and he's like, "Listen, I drink a lot of caffeine. How much have you had this week? Not one drop." He's like, "Go get yourself a Coke from up at the
staff thing,
the staff room. Drink that and see how you feel."
Fixed him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Besides the caffeine addiction, that's
I don't think he's nearly as addicted to caffeine anymore. But
probably
clearly
after that, it was like opened his eyes.
Oh,
and
fuck
like,
yeah!
Like, I don't want to do that.
It's hard to tell if he passed out because he was caffeine, like having that severe withdrawals, which we did find out that's what it was, because then he started getting shakes if he didn't. But
clearly,
before that, it could have been he could have had a fucking heart attack or a stroke, and I wouldn't have known.
Right. That'd have been a good story too.
If he had a heart attack or a stroke,
yeah,
or both.
Not a good thing, just a good story.
Oh no, yeah. I was like, what? Good thing.
What are you talking about?
Clearly, I have a caffeine addiction myself, but I don't really struggle with shit. Well, I guess I just never go without though. So I guess
I still have my caffeine addiction, but it is nowhere near as hard.
Fucking
as bad as it used to be.
I slammed a rain before I got here, so it's
Oh, you'll see me at work. I'll buy a rain. Like, I'm gonna take all day to drink this, and I do. If I buy any energy drink, it takes me all day, and sometimes I don't even finish it.
Takes me.
Yeah, so I don't do caffeine. I just do my 5-hour energies, which has about as much caffeine as a cup of coffee.
Right.
It's just the B12 that keeps me up, because caffeine for me puts me to sleep.
I think I drink an average of 900 milligrams a day
of caffeine.
Yeah, including coffee and the rains and stuff. I've been trying to reduce a bit, but
what's in the typical like Coke or Dr. Pepper, like 30?
50 maybe, I think. Yeah, about 50.
I'll drink about maybe 4 Dr. Pepper, 12-ounce Dr. Peppers a day.
Oh, 12 ounce. Yeah, so you're probably like 200 maybe, give or take.
That's about as much as in one Monster.
Yeah, one Monster's 186.
Yeah.
And a rain's 300, and that's a lot at one time. It really is. That's Amanda drank one. She was just like, what is this? Like, before we realized how powerful they were.
And even one drink of a rain, I can feel like once it settles in, I'm like, God, I can't.
See, I wish I had that.
Jittery.
I wish I had that. I don't feel shit. Like I want it. I'm chasing the dragon.
My jittery is not a good jittery, because I don't know if I'm like, oh God, my heart rate's at like 250 beats a minute. I'm gonna my heart's gonna explode. Or
one of these days we're just gonna find you dead in the parking lot. Which would also not be good, but a good story.
Would not be good, but a good story.
Yeah, one of these days we'll be like, welcome to the Pirates Den. It's just me and Trevor now.
What happened to Zach? I found him in a parking lot.
He's probably face down in a ditch getting butt fucked by a meth head.
Uncle Bob, the ball snatcher.
I think meth heads have higher standards than that.
Than me.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I don't know. They're like, ooh, an opportunity. All right.
That bow was a little fucking hairy. I don't know if I want that now.
I'm pretty sure if they're high, they're not going to give a fuck. They're just going to be like, ooh,
booty.
Oh man. Wow.
I don't. Yeah. That's why I don't drink caffeine, because I probably will end up face down.
Getting butt fucked by a meth.
But see, like for me, if I want to relax or go to sleep, I'll drink a pot of coffee.
That's
Puts
so
me right to
wild.
bed.
Well, I
right
feel
to
like
bed.
it's
Not
things with
normal.
high amounts of caffeine in it that get me. Well, and it might be all the other things that's in Monster too, like the B12 and all that makes me jittery too. It might not be the caffeine, but I have noticed cutting those out and then drinking mostly. If I go to soda, I'm mostly drinking Sprite or root beer now,
Yeah.
and those are pretty fucking bland. I miss Dr Pepper, but I still drink it.
Love Sprite.
I think
Oh,
root, beer,
I love Sprite.
root beer doesn't have caffeine though, right?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I stayed on mostly caffeine-free drinks, and I have felt better.
It's one of my favorite drinks for just enjoyment. It's just root beer. Like
Really?
that's-
Oh, yeah, I love root
yeah,
beer.
love it. Love
Or
it.
like a
love it.
root beer float.
Well,
with
that's
vanilla
that's
ice
the only
cream.
way I like root beer. Really, like
Really?
sometimes I get in the mood for a root beer, and I tend to lean towards Mug because I think Mug is the best root beer out there.
I'm not really
it-
partial as far as root beer.
It depends on my mood. I used to argue A&W was the best, but I've adjusted. I've adjusted that. I think they're all good. They all have their
Ups and
attributes.
downs.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit more
Well, those
sarsaparilla or whatever it is.
J&B ones.
I
the ones in the
really-
bottle.
I like
Those
to
are good root beer
I like to stick with the Barks root beer because
it's
because of
Coke.
their because of the creativity of their slogan.
What's their
I
slogan?
didn't even know they had a slogan.
Yeah, it here it is. It's good.
Oh, I thought it was going to be an actual creative one. But
No,
it's not.
no.
You're
like
like
this
Tony the
good.
Tiger.
I-
It's great.
I think it's so funny that it
It's good.
really it draws me in because it says Barks. It's good, and I'm like, can't argue with that.
I mean, the best root beer I've ever had, homemade root beer.
Oh yeah,
Homemade root beer.
Have you ever had homemade root beer before?
Oh, no.
Dude,
Really?
You get
Who
dry
do you
ice.
know makes that?
Is it? Are you talking ones with like dry ice
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
That's so fucking good.
Mhm.
It's a very Mormon thing.
It is. It is a
Oh.
very Mormon thing. That's what
Okay.
we do in
Like-
Utah.
Yeah, you would.
But it's the best,
I had
in
had
my
a-
opinion.
Were both of
Root
your
beer.
family your family wasn't very Mormon, right,
no,
Zach?
no.
Trevor,
but a lot of my
yours?
friends growing up were.
Mine were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born and raised Mormon.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I just knew that you weren't really like
No,
because,
no.
yeah.
My
I
dad actually hates the Mormons.
I actually I
So-
didn't know what it was until I moved to Rigby, but not like I'm moved as far away as from it as you. I lived in Idaho Falls. I just was too young to understand it.
I was like, I live in Mormon town.
I had a friend. It was actually one of my closest childhood friends growing up. Before Ryan and I got really close,
Yeah.
he's Mormon, and we'd go every Halloween. I'd go over to my friend's cousin's house, and we'd do like pumpkin carving and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have homemade root beer because the dry ice on it makes it
Bubbly and
Bubbly and
scary
look
and
like-
spooky.
Right,
and-
like a
yeah.
cauldron. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh man, it's good.
So good.
No, I bet
don't
it's
know.
so good.
I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to
know
see
if-
if we can figure out, because I have a container that we can make it in. I'll
Oh,
have
yeah.
to make us some.
I was about to say, how are we gonna get dry ice? We're not 18. Oh wait,
Wow.
We haven't been 18 for quite some time. That's
true.
I'm
I'm
coming up on 10 years.
I'm
that's-
so young though.
that's speaking of the Mormons. That's how they celebrate being 18. Is they go out and buy dry ice
Really?
Wow.
around here, at least. Yeah.
I bought a
Oh,
pack
I
of
know.
Marlboro Reds.
See,
Because-
I dropped out when I was like 13, 14.
Well, I said
was
the Mormons.
Right.
The Mormons aren't
well,
going to go and buy a pack of Reds.
Right.
Well, now you have to be
You can't,
21
you have
to
to be
buy
21.
anyways.
I didn't even smoke though. I just did it because I could.
That was
Oh, yeah,
honestly
wow.
the only reason
Yeah.
one of the main reasons I moved to Idaho is because at the time I was smoking cigarettes. And in Utah, you had to be 19.
That's so
And here in
dumb.
Idaho, you could be 18. So I moved and so I could start smoking cigarettes.
What a piece of shit.
God
well, I mean, I
damn.
was already smoking.
priorities.
Oh yeah.
I was
Priorities.
I was already smoking, but
I-
it was hard to like
can't-
have that person every time.
I
No,
can't
yeah.
take a year
Buy it
more of
for
this
you.
shit.
um,
Oh man.
those,
But the
speaking of-
schooling up here is better too. From what was in Utah, the schooling, how they did it in Rexburg and everything, it was a lot more. They just let you do your own thing, which for me, having ADHD was really good
Yeah.
because I could sit there and work on one thing not working on like math and all sorts of stuff all at the other another time. It's just one thing. But
Yeah.
that's another reason I moved up.
So back to that whole Mormon thing and not realizing, or I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but I know where I'm going, but I don't know how I got to it. I had a coworker at a home, and they told us, I was told a story about how when she first moved to Idaho, she had no clue what a Mormon was, and people were always like, "Yeah, there's a lot of Mormons around here," and so she didn't think about people. She started looking at everything else and saw how many magpies there were around Idaho, and so she thought magpies were called Mormons.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, well, you're not wrong. They're both kind of fucking annoying.
Dude, that's
They like to come onto your property and be loud.
my mom.
And when they finally told her, "Oh no, the Mormons are the church over here,"
The
she's like,
people.
"Oh,
the thing that says LDS on it, Latter Day Saints.
Oh my God.
I was like, how do you not know the Mormons? Like, I guess she was from the South, but I mean, the Mormon religion is worldwide. I guess
Now.
varying
Yeah.
on how dense it is.
Yeah,
It's hard to living here. It's hard to imagine it not being dense because
right.
even in Colorado, there's still quite a bit of Mormons. And that's
I
the
remember-
furthest I've been. Well, Arizona's the furthest I've been.
When we got to Hawaii when I was 16, we were in Honolulu. It was just me and my dad, and we didn't really have much to do the first day, so we just decided to like walk around and check out the city, right? And so we're walking down the block, and we get to one corner, and we turn the corner, and it's on this like big main street, right? And right at the end of this main street in Honolulu was a temple. And my dad sees it and he goes, "Oh fuck, they made it here too."
Fuck, they made it here too. Wait till he finds out that there's a BYU campus
Hawaii.
on Hawaii.
Oh, we figured it out.
Is it on Honolulu?
BYU.
Honolulu's the main island, right?
Oahu is the
Oahu,
main island.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's-
where
that's what I was-
Honolulu is.
Honolulu's state capital, right?
Yes,
Might be dumb.
I
there.
think so.
And that's
but
on the main island,
the
big island.
No, Honolulu is on Oahu, which is the most populous island. Which is
Okay.
so it's kind of the central.
Would you say that it's the main island?
Yeah, like
Okay.
not per landmass, but it's where the most people are. And we figured out BYU is there. While we were there, I mean, that wasn't like that big of a deal. While we were there, we figured out that there's a huge game between the University of Hawaii and Boise State every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the BYU and Utes.
Yeah, it was a big
Kind of like the same rivalry.
yeah, it was a weird rivalry game, and everybody figured
Ah.
out that we were from Hawaii when we were in high school there. So like once that game started coming up, there was a lot of shit talking going on, right? And I like looked up the history of it. Boise's had that; they've got the upper hand on that one, right? But that particular year,
Boise State's a decent football team.
they are.
Oh,
But that
yeah,
particular year, we just happened to be there when Hawaii was kicking ass.
Oh, no
They
shit.
had that quarterback Colt Brennan, right? I don't know if you remember him.
No.
He was really good. And they had him and their offense was killer. And so like that's coming up and we're talking all this shit. And then I'm looking at Hawaii's football team. I'm like, oh fuck. And they had the game. They kicked their ass that year.
So
But
Brigham Young University, Hawaii is in, I'm not going to be able to fucking pronounce his name. I'm going to spell it to you, Blake.
okay.
It's spelled Laie.
Laie.
Yes.
Laie. Are you sure? That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
It's on. Yeah.
That must be one of those little like weird.
Lay. I want to say it's
It's probably Laie.
Lehigh.
Laie. Yeah, it's
It's Laie, Hawaii.
when you started spelling that, I was like, oh, I know where he's going with this. Like you said, L.A. I knew the town, but then you finished too quickly. But yeah, I didn't know that. It wasn't that important then. U of H.
It's not a very big town either. Holy shit.
No, it's very.
But Matt, the town's the fucking BYU campus.
What's it near though? Is there a bigger city that's near?
Let me look up this town real quick.
All nice and comfortable now.
Yeah, I see that.
Sitting back, relaxing. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, it is on Google. I don't know how to fucking Google Map or shit.
Plus, when it's stuff that's like hard to read, hard to pronounce.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, it's on. Okay, it's on the same. It's on the
Oahu?
same. It's on the same island. It's on Oahu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot
It's
of cities.
It's on the north end,
Mm.
so it's on the opposite end. Honolulu's on.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess that's why we never like. That's where we were only there for 3 weeks. We lived on Maui. That's
Maui.
yeah. That's where we were.
You
Yeah.
prefer Hawaii over Idaho?
No, definitely not. It's a nice place to vacation, but it's not for me.
It's nice to visit, but not to stay.
Yeah, it's really expensive. And people, if you love the climate, you love it. Like I met people there that went there for vacation and never left. They were just like, "This is it."
No shit.
This is
Yeah.
it. We're never leaving.
I met a guy, an older guy. He was like, "Yeah, I came here for vacation 10 years ago, and I haven't quite made it back yet." And I was like, "Whoa! Can you imagine just uprooting your life like that and just be like, oh, this is it, right?"
And not coming
This
back
is
at
end
all.
game.
At
Like,
all.
this is where I'm staying.
Yeah, some
That's
people love it.
crazy.
It wasn't for me. You're raised in an area like this. I think you get raised in an area like Idaho, and you either love it or you hate it. You're like, oh, I'll leave and explore, but I'm coming back. Or you
That's-
leave and you
that's
never
how
come
I
back.
am.
Yeah,
Like,
That's how I did. In Wyoming, it's not that much different.
not that
than
much
Idaho,
different. Yeah,
but it's not this area.
yeah,
It's
I kind of,
not, and that's why I came back.
yeah,
Like when I got fired from the oil field and everything, and I was faced with the choice of getting a job there or coming back. I was like, I have nothing here except for my friend.
exactly.
I don't have a good job here anymore. The job I have, I can get the same pay in Idaho and be around all
your
my friends and
Yeah.
my family minus instead of just my one friend. And I do feel bad. We ended up leaving, and because of that, my friend had to foreclose on his house. I still feel awful about that. That one hurts me because now it's gonna be hard for him to buy a house now.
That's just kind of how life goes, though. You know, things change. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worse, and
Yeah.
you can get hung up on what happened, but it's like, yeah, I mean, you can really predicted
Yeah.
that. You know, that's you wouldn't have done that on purpose. Like it was
No,
like,
his house he bought it for $320,000,
yeah, that's
but it was on 2.5 acres of land. No, 5 acres.
that's cool.
So he had a massive property,
Yeah,
but he should have bought, and I feel bad about Zennis, but he should have bought something he could afford on his own, and not when Marissa and I were
With
there.
right. Yeah, you got to be within your means,
Because
right?
Marissa and I bought this house knowing we could afford it, and then had my mother-in-law move in,
Right.
and it is to help us,
Yeah.
but it's also to help her too, because rent's stupid expensive,
Right.
And
But
we're
you can't.
encouraging her.
rent is ridiculous.
But you can't plan relying on other people. You got to rely
No.
on yourself. Is
Yeah,
exactly
that's-
the point.
You got to
yeah.
make sure you budget for yourself.
Yeah.
And then if you have someone move in, that's just
Yep.
to
Like
help.
my wife and I can afford this house on our own with my son.
Yep. He
Easy.
doesn't pay anything, but you know,
Yeah, he's a freeloading
he's dead weight. But
God damn fucking gingers.
honestly,
They
it
just love
costs a lot
free
more than he
loan.
brings in.
He does, man. He does. He got a lot more than he brings.
Oh
in.
yeah. Kids are
Like- I think the moment he will get a job, he'll be like, "All right, your rent's due.
The moment he gets a job,
I want back payment now too."
for the last 18 years.
You're
right
like,
now.
you owe me $4,000 a month.
But Dad, I only make minimum wage. I don't care.
You're like,
I
minimum
don't
wage
care
is
that they have-
$26 an hour now.
Do you understand that I make $22 an hour?
Well, minimum wage for us, like my first minimum wage job was $6.75 an hour.
Mine was
Mine was-
$7.25.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine was $7.25.
You guys
And
are
it
a
hasn't
little
changed.
younger than me,
It
but
hasn't. Well, not much.
not much. But so the year that I got that job, it went up 3 times that year. There was a scheduled minimum wage. And so I started
was
that
the
job
last time it went up.
the last time. I can't,
Is
I
it
thought that was an
still-
every year thing.
Is it
But-
still $7.25 now?
Yep.
Yes.
But nobody
Really?
pays that. Nobody pays that anymore. Though.
No,
like that's
well,
the thing.
no. minimum.
because cost of living is just way too fucking expensive.
No one's
Well,
gonna.
nobody's gonna work there if you like. Yeah,
Hmm.
get after it, Trevor. Jesus,
What the fuck?
I'm gonna
Get out! Come on,
Yeah.
you're closer
gonna-
to the door.
I'm gonna get up and shake it at you.
I'm gonna drink. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude. That'd be so funny. Oh, Dylan did that in our old house.
Did what?
Hit his head on shit all the time.
Oh, I can only imagine.
There was like there was kind of an archway thing in our basement. Did you ever go
Yes,
to my
Daddy.
old house? Did you ever go to my old house, my parents' house in Osgood?
Yeah, we had a New Year's Eve party and Richard's birthday there.
Right. That's probably right around the first time like I was like really getting to know you. I don't honestly
Yeah.
remember when I met you,
I
but
don't even know if you were there.
yeah, I
I know
probably
Efren and those guys were there, and where they went down to the basement. That's because that's where they practiced for their band was down in the basement.
I
right?
think I was there. Yeah, I think I was there. It was just like less involved in the people that I didn't know at the time. But
Yeah.
there was like that archway at the bottom. I don't know if you remember that. It kind of like dog-eared and then like it was like a little drop down.
Yeah.
Like you go down the stairs, hang it right, and you're in the living room.
he had to cock his head coming down.
Well, not really. It was tall enough for him to walk under, but I remember when we first got into like he got into making videos with this like little digital camera that he had. It was
Right.
before we had smartphones or anything, and he wanted to do like this bit for a video, and I can't remember what the whole premise of it was, but he set it up in the back corner of it, right? Back corner of the room, and the idea of it is like, so he would.
You'll
Mango.
probably go with the mango 'cause it's
Yeah,
not hard
mango.
soda.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. So I don't remember what the whole premise of it was, but we ended up setting the camera in the back corner of it. And what we were doing was we ran from behind the camera and we were going to run across the room through that entryway and run up the stairs. And what we were like running and we were kind of prancing up and down. We were yelling Pop-Tarts. Yay. Something like that. And he
And
was
how
in,
old were you?
16, 15, 16. Like
That's
it was,
acceptable. I can
Yeah.
honestly, right now, I'm imagining you and Dylan as you are now doing that. I'm
Oh,
like, God,
right.
that's fucking dumb.
we'd be like grown.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what his whole bit was with that, but I just went with it, and he was good at it, and I was bad at it, and so we're running, and Dylan's kind of doing this little prance thing, and as he gets to the archway, he's yelling Pop-Tarts, yay! And he fucking smacks his head on the
Fuck.
archway. So the video was him Pop-Tarts, yay! Boom! Oh fuck! And he falls. Dude, it was, and then just 2 minutes of me on the floor crying, laughing.
Did he put that on YouTube?
I think it was at one point. I don't think he's I don't think he's got it on his account. I think that's stuff we lost long since.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he really needs to get back to it. But he had so many. We did Jackass reenactments.
Oh, that's perfect. I like that.
Yeah, we did a lot of that with Casey Anderson.
God, Casey Anderson. I haven't seen him. How's he doing now?
I actually saw him at the 4th of July thing in Manan.
Oh,
Doing
really?
good. Yeah. But yeah, we got him involved in that. So like we would do things like Richard was involved too. Like we were doing things where we'd ride our bikes full speed at each other.
Oh, playing
Yeah.
chicken, but not chickening out.
Yeah, except Richard did chicken out.
That's sorry. His name's not Richard.
Oh yeah.
God, I'm gonna feel bad if he listens to this podcast now. No, I'm not.
We're just giving you shit.
We're giving you shit, Richard. We still love you. Or Vod, sorry.
I
Vod.
forgot.
do.
I forgot about
We do
that.
love
But yeah, he did chicken out and fucking pussy. But I was committed to the bit. That was when I felt like I couldn't be broken, you know. So
Yeah.
I did a lot of things. I took most of the. Oh, one time we shot a cue ball into Casey's balls.
Like a pool cue ball?
Yeah, with a
Fuck.
yeah. That was a good.
Ow.
It's a
that
real
was a
ball
punishment.
breaker.
That was a punishment for losing at something. And then we, you know, that computer duster stuff. We did this thing where we had to spray it into
turn it
our
upside-
armpits.
Oh, that's
Did you turn it
cold.
upside down?
Oh yeah, it was painful.
Did you?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you turn it upside down?
Yeah,
Because that's when all the cold
Mhm.
fucking liquid shit comes
Yeah.
out.
we got like bad burns from it. We're
Oh
like,
yeah, no, you can.
I
get
love that when it's on the
like
between.
frostbite.
Mhm. I love that on my taint.
yeah. We did it. We did it in our armpits, and wherever we could think of up our. I'm just
Gooch.
kidding. But yeah, probably once. I think once. We had a lot of creative ones, but we lost all those videos with the computers that were thrown away once technology.
Advanced.
Yeah.
So they weren't put on YouTube.
Even at my
Not all of them. We had a kind of like just a memory card series of them. So we just put them in. We had like an hour and a half worth of like Jackass videos.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I really wish we still had it. It was so funny, even though it wasn't good. It was hilarious. Yeah.
Speaking of the advancements in technology, just from when I can remember, is insane. If you were to tell 8-year-old me playing Grand Theft Auto 1 on my Windows 98 computer,
Yikes.
that I could be sitting here and I could watch a full-length movie or play games that looks hyper realistic on a laptop anywhere I wanted, I'd be like, oh, where'd you just get finished watching Star Wars?
Yeah, right. It would be like,
but here I am. I can do that now. I have 1, 2, 3 gaming laptop, well, 3 gaming computers that can do anything I needed to. We're recording a podcast on one of them. The other one I can play the newest Call of Duty on, and it's a laptop.
well, and even if
I took my laptop with me to Colorado. I was playing Far Cry 5.
and even if you were told that, like, you could watch all these videos, you can access anything, right? You think, well, at least that's very expensive, right? Like that would only be for the very rich, not
Right.
just like that everybody has it,
Yeah.
right? Like you have,
Like back when computers came out, like $2,000, $3,000 computers really couldn't do much. Like in the early 2000s, like they just barely got like the opportunity to do like DVDs.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
dude, you remember? I remember when we got a PlayStation 2 and they're like, this can play DVDs. I'd be like, we're in the future.
Dude, that's what I thought. And then I got the first Xbox that ever came out, and I was like, you can put music and watch DVDs and play games on
Well,
this?
you could play
That
your
was-
music
That was
in San Andreas and all that.
Yeah, you
off
could
of
put-
your hard drive.
That was
Yeah,
the
if
first
you-
time I ever felt tribal when the Xbox came out and some people had Xbox and some had PlayStation. You know, that was the
Well,
first
no,
time
that-
I ever felt they're like, I got an Xbox. I was like, go fuck yourself.
Really? No, because the PlayStation 2 doesn't even hold an eye to the original Xbox.
Yeah.
I realize that now. Like, even then I kind of knew it, but I picked a team and I stuck with my team.
He's like,
I
no,
know.
I once it became popular, like Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 came out, that's when I picked my team and I went PlayStation.
Yeah, I like
PlayStation
Sony.
all the way. I like their exclusives. Their
Yeah.
games that are only on PlayStation.
Their
whereas the
user
games that are only on
interface.
Xbox. But even now, it don't even matter because I have a PlayStation, and then computers now can play Xbox games.
See,
So
and I
why
like
do I even need an Xbox?
Yep.
my way of picking the side. See, I had a 360 because Dylan got a 360 and he never used it, so I took the 360. I never had a PlayStation 3,
Right.
and
You
so
missed out.
well, I enjoyed the 360. It was good, but I went right back to PlayStation once I was getting my own because it's so surface. I hated the Xbox controller.
Oh,
so
dude.
Yeah, I
I do
prefer to
not
play
like
with the
The PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's
so
just 'cause
now
I grew up with. That's what I grew up playing with. Was
I
the
was always-
PS1, PS2.
PlayStation in my soul, and that's where I'm at right now. And I just like Android
did love the
users can go fuck
GameCube.
themselves.
I loved
Have-
the GameCube. The GameCube was actually
So
pretty
we're,
awesome.
we're talking about controllers, and now we're on Nintendo. Do you guys see? Did you guys see? I saw on Facebook it was a meme of, controllers through the ages,
Oh yeah,
and it was like it showed PlayStations hasn't really changed all that much, right?
just
it's like if it's
size and
design,
a
but like
little bit.
the exact layout
It's the
has
same.
always been the same,
I
right?
love
Yeah.
it. I love
And
it so
it
much.
said- showed PlayStation controllers. It's like, don't fix what's not broken.
Right.
Okay, and then it.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No, it was
Um,
me vibrating.
Oh,
God damn it.
and then it showed Xbox's controllers, and they've had some fairly big changes in their controllers. The first Xbox controller was this big.
Dude, that thing
The
was
fucking-
awful.
The Duke.
That thing was a
Dude, well,
monstrosity.
Did you see they came out
They recreated it.
recreated that big ass fucking controller for the new
Mm.
Xboxes?
Did they?
But
It's got a screen.
the screen, the center used to be this big button or big logo, right? But
I
now it's a
remember that.
screen, and when you turn on your console, you can see the original Xbox.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
Oh, that's
dude,
pretty
so
cool.
It's pretty dope.
I want to buy it just because
That's
it's
so cool.
it's nostalgic because how big it is, but this meme showed all the difference in the Xbox controllers, and it's like it said adapt to overcome or something like that, where because they change to because change is good.
Right.
And then it shows all the different Nintendo controllers, and all it says is parkour.
Parkour.
If you've ever seen the different, like,
Well, you
there's-
had the N64
which was like the so no, you've had the,
Yeah,
the
the three.
SNES, the
Yeah.
little square
Square.
one,
Yeah.
and then you had the N64, which is the 3-prong little.
I hated that one so
I
much.
hate it so much. And then you
little
got
dick
the,
in the middle.
and then you got the
Because you
GameCube,
never
which-
used that left side.
no, right?
Ever.
And then you had the GameCube,
Piece of
Mhm.
shit.
and then you had the Wii.
Yeah.
Went back to this.
Hey, that was
And
moving
loved-
forward. Yeah.
Like that
I
was that was
actually
a big
loved
step.
the
I
Wii.
loved the Wii, but
The
then
Wii
you went
was
to the
dope.
Wii U.
the death
It
of
went
plasma TVs.
Right. The Wii U went right back to
Wii U,
a controller.
U.
Yeah.
with a screen in it, which is cool. But it was just
Yeah.
like goes from this to the controller, and then
Mhm.
it went from the Wii U to what came out after that?
I think it was the Switch.
The Switch,
Yeah,
and then it
was
came
the
out the Switch where
That one's
you
weird.
can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
You can have them disconnected. You can have them connected. You can. I actually love my Switch.
I want one.
I've thought about getting one, but
Well, the fact that you have the dock or whatever, I could have it plugged into my TV over there, be playing on the TV, sitting back on the couch, and my wife can come in and be like, "Hey, I want to watch my show." Okay, put my controllers back in it, take it out of the dock, and then have it handheld.
wow.
It's
Yeah, you can still take it. You can have a portable, take it with
Yep.
you on a trip, still
Yeah.
play your games.
There's this
that's the only thing I like. That's the only reason I bought it is because of the mobility of it. When I was in the oil field, I was like, "Fuck, I want to be able to play some games when I'm sitting in my hotel room doing absolutely nothing, and I don't want to take my $1,500 laptop I had at the time around with me."
fuck.
Right.
And then I ended up selling my laptop and buying my gaming computer. But
Yeah.
There you
Damn.
go, Blake. You just buy his laptop.
Jesus.
I'll sell you that one.
Okay.
Then you
Yeah.
can actually get into gaming with us.
Yeah, then I'll call you
Wow.
guys like, how the fuck do I turn it on?
Well, the thing, at least with a laptop, we can do like Team Viewer or something and fucking
Yeah.
do it for your dumbass.
Well, that
don't
would be
listen-
helpful.
Don't listen to Trevor because he does that TeamView thing, and then we're trying to play a game together, and it fucks it up.
Yeah.
That TeamViewer fucked
It
up
did.
his game.
Well, what was it? It was
It was Modern Warfare. We're trying to play Warzone.
yeah, it wouldn't. But you can do
It
other
would-
things.
it thought that TeamViewer was a cheat,
Oh.
and so it kept killing his game.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
yeah,
No.
yeah. It thought
I was
it was
like,
an
no.
Yeah.
anti-cheat.
But then
It's-
so then he just turns it off.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, but still install on your system. Fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I had,
fucked.
I had to fully
Just
uninstall it
uninstall
and then
yeah.
freaking restart my computer, and then it finally was like, all right, okay, fine. It's not
All right, you're
fucking
not cheating
anti-cheat.
anymore.
Dude, I'd be more of a pain in the ass than I'd be worth. Like, you guys know, I'm like not
No.
very.
It really, it doesn't really bother me. Like I help my buddy in Washington, Jeremy, all the time. He's been on the podcast before.
I'm just so low level with this stuff. You.
Good old Titwink Tony.
Yeah, good old.
Oh, that's who.
Titwink Tony.
That's who. Titwing Tony.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
funny
yeah.
as fuck.
Well, I think we're coming up to a good ending point here. Trevor's got to go and take his girlfriend back home.
And we've got
We've got a draft.
a
Tonight.
draft this week too.
Yep.
Yeah.
gotta
So
work.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, Trevor's also doing, when he said he was doing security, I was like, oh, he's doing security for another cool concert. That's
Yeah.
for a wedding. And it's in
Yeah.
Rigby.
I just gotta.
It's at a big area though.
That's cool though.
Well, I thought it was going to be the Derby tonight because there's a
Are
Derby
they
going
doing-
on in Rigby.
Are they doing the Crazy 8 races or is it
I don't
Demolition
know.
Derby?
I don't know.
it's probably
But-
it's probably figure eights.
The figure 8 races are so fun to go
They
to.
do those several times a year. I haven't been, but I gotta go sometime. But
They're
I love
fun.
watching Derby races.
They're
Dude.
so fun.
this draft is gonna be fun tonight.
Dude, I'm excited.
Honestly, I was gonna invite Trevor to just come hang out, but I didn't know
Well,
he
if
had
you
stuff
guys
to
are
do.
if you guys are still doing stuff when I get off, I'll
What
come
time are you-
over.
what time
So,
we getting?
I don't get off till 1.
oh fucking
We
Christ!
might be. We'll-
So,
if we are, we'll be
Yeah.
hammered.
I
well,
work-
because I've kind of made a point to make a thing out of this because I love a draft party. I love a good
I do
draft
too.
party. So, you saw me last week, fucking killed it,
Dude, fucking killed it.
Yeah,
You're placing first in that league.
I don't know, man. There's some smart players, but
and then again though, you see that, but then it's an 8-person league,
right.
So,
They're all stacked.
Yeah, it's
but-
all stacked teams, which I think makes it way fun.
It's way fun. So
At
we've
least
got
two
an
hard hitting teams going against each other.
and we have an 8-man league. Sorry to bore you with this, Trevor. Really
Oh, I'm
quick.
not bored.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just sitting here listening.
If we could speak about it for just a little bit right at the end, so we've got an 8-man league again too, right? That's what
Yeah.
ours is going to be. Most of us are going to be there. That's the cool part, it seems. So we're
Did you change the name of the team or the league this year? Because it was get your popcorn ready.
so I was going to do that last minute. I was working on it before. I was like, I gotta go to the podcast. So like I like to do a quote every year from NFL history. As you probably noticed, 2 years ago it was last year your first year in my league?
Yeah.
Okay, so the year before that it was Straight Cash Homie, Randy
Yeah.
Moss, right? And then Get Your Popcorn Ready, Terrell Owens.
I got one.
I have another one, but it's another Terrell Owens one.
I got one.
Okay, what's yours?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one. Marshawn Lynch. I was also thinking of I love me some me, right?
Yeah.
But
Or we could go with
some meat.
we
I
could go
love
with
me some me.
we can go with the good old Chris Collinsworth quote.
Now here's a guy.
When there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it really well.
That might be a little wordy.
No, just put it as coming in your face.
Coming in your face.
Coming in your
Chris
face.
Collinsworth. But now here's a guy. That's a good one, actually. Now here's a guy. Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But so we didn't really get an opportunity to do our 40-yard dash like we were hoping and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I'm sad about that.
I was thinking about, so I have a bench press.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
It was a last second thought.
that leaves out GT.
It does. So I've already set a new draft order. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Oh, did you? We're not going by losers. Going.
It was mostly by that. So I
Okay.
didn't put JT1. So it's like, okay, so he should draft 8th, but that's actually a huge advantage because you go 8th, 9th.
9th.
So I
yeah.
actually put him in 7th because
Oh,
I feel
so then he has the longest. He has the
Yeah.
pick and then has the longest wait.
so I feel like that's the biggest disadvantage point. So Dylan is actually in 8th currently. First is Cody, who's he got 8th place. My cousin Cody got 8th place in league. Last place. Do you know what his fantasy team name was?
What?
2021 fantasy football champs.
Wait, was it really his name?
Yeah, it was at the end. Fucking
Jesus.
fucking idiot. So he's first, Tyler's second, because his brother actually they were duking it out for last place.
Like Tyler, my little brother.
No.
Oh, okay. I was
my
like, wait,
my
what?
my
I
cousin.
was like,
Tyler.
yeah, you're like, no.
Welfare Bear Tyler. That's what we'll call him.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
so anyway, I did a pretty careful draft order. I could make adjustments, but I was toying with the idea, like, let's go down there and throw up a bench press competition. What do you think?
Is it still a snake?
It's still a snake. Yeah,
Like-
it's still
like
a snake.
Custom snake, I guess.
Yeah, it's a custom snake. I do a custom snake every year, so we could do a 135, a 135 or a 225 bench press contest.
One thing I want to think about trying to do is if we can get the same people again next year.
I hope so.
Are we able to switch it to a keeper league where we
Ooh.
can keep one of our players or two of our players?
Ooh, I could switch it to a keeper league. I've never really.
That way, if
I
we
kind of like
want-
starting fresh.
I do too, but I think it'd be cool. But like, I got Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna have Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna keep Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Well,
Or it's like, ooh, is he going to retire? Should I drop him and keep Jerry Jeudy?
right. Jerry Jeudy. I tried to trade Jerry Jeudy yesterday.
Oh yeah, you got Jerry Jeudy in your other draft. It's,
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a ghost in there. But
No, that's,
coming
for
your booty hole.
That's where I keep. Where I keep all my nudie bags.
Oh,
That's
Mags.
his spank
Who has
bank
nudie
area.
mags anymore? That's crazy. Well,
Oh
I-
no, it's just a computer with.
oh,
porn on it.
I actually have some old Playboys.
It's where the nasty computer is with all the spots on the screen.
Don't ask.
the shower
Got that.
jack off computer.
Don't.
It's waterproof and shit.
He's got like. Do you remember when your? Is he pulling his guy? You remember when your like grandparents would put plastic on the couches? He's got
Yeah.
like one of those things. It's like disgusting. But So anyway, either way, if we don't end up doing anything fun, I said everybody to come over at like 6.
Okay.
We're gonna, I was thinking about running and getting some burgers if everybody would like.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
might be
down.
able to come over before.
Oh, could you?
Yeah, because we're starting
Yeah.
at 6.
What
Yeah, I don't
time
have
do
to
you
be-
go?
I don't have to be there till 8.
8. Oh,
The
okay.
draft, that's about the time the
Sure.
draft starts.
'Cause we're just hanging.
8:39.
So so we're just waiting until Dylan gets off work because I want everybody to be live. I don't want any auto drafts. I
And
feel terrible about that. So
I didn't
like
see who was on the group message there, but did they all respond?
nobody responded except Nick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is. I assume that was Nick when he said, "We watch a Broncos
So-
game tonight." I'm like, dude, I don't even want to.
Here's the thing. I send a last minute text message to everybody. I've talked to people on the phone. Honestly, if anybody misses it at this point, it's on them. JT's been pretty on top of it, so I'm not worried about it. But like,
Is he in that
he's
message?
yeah, I put
Okay.
everybody. We're all in
Good,
it.
good.
So at this point, it's on them. So I told Dylan, get off work as soon as you get there. Like I have it set for 9, right? But if I have to get on there and edit really quick, that's no
To
problem.
10 or to
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
8:30.
I hope he's like I hope JT's the only one I'm worried about because I'm like afraid like he might, but he's a night owl as we know. But so I think it's going to
Especially
work
it's
out just fine
weekend, too.
But so at
Okay,
this point,
whatever.
it's just going to be a hang and a barbecue until
draft time,
draft time. So it's
And
really
then,
just boys' night. So
and then I'm walking up to the first person who gets overall and picks Jonathan Taylor and go. Just,
I should see. That's the thing. It's like I go through all this shit being the commissioner. It's like I should just give myself what I want, right? But I don't because I have character.
Oh, that sounds like a lot like a dictatorship. I do all this for you guys. I should just take what I want,
Well,
But I don't.
but
I'm-
I don't.
I'm the fucking man, dude.
Oh.
But
Uh-huh.
but anyway, I don't do that. If I got last place, I would take first.
Yeah.
But I
Oh, yeah.
didn't.
No, that's just how it's.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a hang up until it's like 30 minutes of drafting, right? So
Yeah.
like it was just an excuse for me to get all the guys together.
And then we
It's-
can decide our punishment.
I'm going to buy a 30 pack before I go home.
30 pack of what?
Bush Light Apple, so good.
Dude, that's
Dude.
fucking.
It's not
gay.
bad. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, so here's the thing: you get me hooked on seltzers, and you go, "No, fuck that."
Well, no,
I'm not
here's
doing
the thing.
seltzers no more.
I remember you saying it.
Now
at
you
Keith's party
hit,
the other day.
you hit a hot button issue on me right now. These variety packs make me so mad, dude.
Oh, me too.
They changed them. See, you got the one that pissed me off, actually.
Well, I
Um,
thought it's a classic. I'm like, oh, that's the one he probably drinks.
No, this is actually good. I don't think you did get the one. So they changed the one that I liked, and they took out the 2 flavors I like, and they put in tangerine and watermelon. Is that what that was? Watermelon. Okay.
Which is you drink this watermelon.
It was actually better than I expected. So that was a
Okay.
pleasant surprise. But what pisses me off is that the inconsistency of where they're stocked and what is stocked, right?
Yeah. Oh, I fucking hate it.
Hate it. So I was like, you know what? I threw it on the shelf. I literally threw it. I was like, fuck these. And I went in and I was just going to buy like a case of Miller Lite or Coors
At
Light
that
or
point,
just some
I
regular
love
shit.
Miller Lite.
It's
Honestly,
regular beer.
That's kind of my go-to. I was like, I'm just going to start drinking stuff that I can get everywhere because this is not worth it.
Yeah.
Plus, bang for your buck, dude, way better, right? You're paying like $6 now for a 30 pack. And
Yeah.
these are $17 for a 12 pack, $18 for a 12 pack. So it's like,
I think the one that I bought at Sam's, the one that I left in your cooler for you,
mm-hmm.
I think it was like $25 for all of them. So it was $1 a drink.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that's pretty good if you get them at
Yeah.
Sam's. But my whole point was
I couldn't do them.
to get them anywhere, to go anywhere. Like literally, I can stop in to literally any gas station, get Coors Light, Bud Light, Miller Lite, no problem. So it's like thinking that. And then I walked in, I looked at the Bush apples, and I was like, I've been pondering this for a year, but you can't get them in any less than a 30 pack. So that seems like quite a commitment for something you may or may not like.
Right.
So I was like, well, this time's as good as any, right?
One, it's Bush
I-
Light, so it's not like it's god awful expensive.
Right.
Bush lattes.
So Bush lattes, yeah. So we get to Jacqueline's dad's birthday party, and I walk up there. I grab 2 out of there, and they're nice and frosty cold. I walk up to the cornhole, right? Walk up, set one down, crack one, take a sip, and I audibly said, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh. I don't think I was there when you. did that.
Yeah,
I walked
I
up with him. I
remember.
was like, fucking gross, and walked off.
Yeah, I cracked one, took a sip, went, uh-oh.
They're good.
Yeah, and so
I'll have to
I'm gonna
try
go get
one.
a 30 pack of those before I go home. Gonna get cleaned up really quick, get set up, and it's gonna be a fun night, man. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
And
I wish I could be there the entire time.
I wish you could too.
And honestly, once the draft starts, it'll be boring for you. We're gonna be sitting there on our phones. I'm actually bringing my laptop
That's fine.
because I try to do a mock draft on the fantasy app. I don't know how the fuck that fantasy app works on the phone. I do the draft on my computer.
It's actually pretty simple once you get into it. To do the draft itself, you just set a queue like any of them, and then you just pick from your queue or search a player. It's pretty easy.
Oh,
And this is
okay.
coming
So I didn't
from
have
the
a queue
dumbest
set up.
person with fucking technology.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
sports technology. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, it's right. No, so if it's involving
On the phone, it's because on my computer, I can have 3 different tabs open where I can
Yeah.
be researching players and have this
see,
one
that's
over
the
there.
thing. It's like usually go through. I find my rankings right. Usually the top rankings are like going to go with like your top 10 players at least. Like in
Yeah.
every so you
Jesus.
screenshot that whatever you can swap between it. But the thing is like I'm well versed enough in this that it's like I'm really pretty good off the dome. Like I know.
Well,
exactly
no, I'm gonna have a list of like my top like 32 players. going
Yeah.
in, and I'll be like, okay, he's gone.
32 is kind of overkill, but I mean, it's because by the time you get to the 5th, 6th round, it's like, okay, I can sit here and think about this for a little bit. I have the draft. Here's the thing.
I have. What's the time on the?
1 minute.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yeah. We've done 2 minutes before. I ain't with it. If you don't know what you want in less than that, go fuck yourself. You know?
No, because
Like,
I did a mock draft and it gave you 15 seconds,
15.
and I was like,
well,
fucking-
that's good. That's good practice. You know, it's like, so it's like the first 8 picks, like we could rattle off pretty quick. Like, so like for most, it's going to be Jonathan Taylor, Chris
CMC,
McCaffrey,
Derrick
Derrick
Henry,
Henry. Beyond that, like,
Cooper Cup,
yeah, I'm going Justin Jefferson, Cooper Cup,
well, either of those.
Jamar Chase, right? Like, it's like that's 6 right off the dome. So it's like you don't even have to think about that. Then you get to the second round, right? Me, it's pretty easy. I went Jamar Chase in the second round because nobody went wide receiver. And then third round gets around, and then it starts to get a little bit less.
Yes, but
Right.
also in your draft, you had dumbasses drafting who were like first overall pick. He goes and picks up fucking who was it? Dak Prescott? Was it Dak?
No, it
No.
was Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Great quarterback.
Honestly, it's a great pick. Not first.
Not first overall. You don't go quarterback. I promised myself I wasn't going quarterback until at least the 4th round, depending on it went, you know? Of course, Josh Allen went early. I
might go quarterback 3rd round.
Don't you fucking dare. You know what? Go ahead and do it. I don't know why I'm saying that.
I was gonna say, it's not gonna hurt you.
Well, no. Actually, you know what? I went quarterback 5th round last season and still snagged Aaron
Works out.
Rodgers.
Dude, this time I got Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers in one draft.
Yeah, dude. That's why I'm like, dude, what a fucking backup.
Here's the thing.
Either one of them a backup.
Here's the thing is, one, I've got a stack duo, Burrow and Chase, right?
Yeah.
Which in this league in particular, the way he's got the scoring set up, I can get 4 points per reception with no yards.
Fuck.
With virtually no yards. Can you imagine a 50-yard tutter off these motherfuckers?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and
yeah, it's probably
end the
best.
podcast here before we do another 2 hours of sports talk again.
Easy. I gotta piss so hard again.
Okay, Trevor, you have anything you want to add to the end here?
Well, I can't do my little funny thingies anymore. I can do.
Fuck your sister.
Oh, there we go.
Got you. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it off here. Next week,
I'll be in Oregon.
Trevor will be in Oregon, so
Gonna go see the kiddos.
we're gonna
So,
try and do our podcast maybe Thursdays to get it out for Monday.
Yeah. So
If not, I will find someone for Saturday. And
fuck you, Blake. I'm just kidding.
Hey, thanks for
If you-
coming, guys.
hey, did you say thanks for coming
Yeah, I did.
to me?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Trevor, to the Pirates Den podcast. Right here.
Oh, really? Really now?
But
No,
they-
next week Trevor may or may not be here, depending on if we can.
If we
hash
do it
out.
on Thursday, then yeah.
That's depending on me. Thursday's depending on me.
Well, I really appreciate you guys letting me on.
No, you are welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Um,
This was fun.
hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. You can find it anywhere podcasts can be found. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.